What is up? What's going on, everybody? Johnny here, the military CEO, founder of REI Genius. And guess what? It's been a couple weeks, but we are back at it, and we got a special show tonight. We're going to be bringing on some of the panelists, I'll say the esteemed panelists and speakers for the Smart Money Expo that's going down in Austin, Texas next month, June 14th and 15th. If you don't have your tickets, we're going to drop the website here in a little bit where you can tap in. And we're going to be talking with all the speakers. Well, I won't say all the speakers, but a large amount of the speakers. Says there is a large amount of value, a lot of brothers and sisters, a lot of speakers that are coming to the table with expertise to help you level up in regards to whether it's trading, it's real estate investing, multifamily investing, forex, and across the board, looking at insurance, different strategies in regards to taxes, on how you can build wealth. So there's going to be an enormous amount of value that's going to be given at the conference over those 2 days. And I wanted to I'm honored just to be able to bring all the speakers and everyone that's going to be coming and bringing value throughout that 2 day event and having them come on and come share a little bit about their expertise, what it is they do. We're going to kick off with my guy, Glenn. Shout out to him for extending the invitation to myself. And then just the vision behind him setting up the Smart Money Expo, how he came with the vision, setting it up, and why Austin, Texas, but then just kind of showing going forward and a little bit of the precursor with the roster that he's built with wonderful world-class speakers to bring this information, to bring this game to Austin, Texas. So there's going to be a lot of people in the room from local in the area, but also from out of state as well too. So if you don't have your ticket yet, definitely tap in. We're going to bring the website out on a little bit later, and we're going to actually have some of the speakers here that's going to share their expertise and we're gonna always open it up for you guys for questions at the end after we go through with the introductions and talk a little about Glenn. So with no further ado, I'm gonna bring my man Glenn up to the stage. Glenn, what's going on? I already see,
What's
brother, you
going
out there in
on,
the
man?
field, you getting the work in. I love it, man.
Yeah, man. We out here now. To be honest with you, a lot of people don't know I'm a licensed contractor as well. I'm actually working on a house for one of our speakers, Lee Nugent. I'm doing a flip for him for his wife right as we speak, and I put it on my TikTok like, "Hey, I'm taking care of my friends," and this is how you build relationships. You know what I mean? This is business, a relationship business, man, and it's not about always about money. If you look at the money part, you won't be in business long. But if you try to build relationships, value the relationship more than you value the finances, and you'll go even farther. You won't never miss a meal. You know, I promise you that.
Facts. That is facts. Yeah, and I think that's something that so many people they take for granted the relationship aspect of it.
Yes,
That
sir.
you come across people, clients, that it's all about the money, the money, money, looking at the bottom line, the dollars. But it's like when you take a step back and you actually build authentic relationships across the board, whatever
Yes.
it is that you're doing in life, that you don't have to be an entrepreneur, it could be your day job. Like it just takes you that much further, man. So no, 100%. I'm right there with you. So man, we hear Smart Money Expo. You got to give us the vision, man. You got to share the vision with us on how we got here.
Man, I'm glad you asked that, man. I'm very passionate about what I do. If y'all don't follow me, well, I kind of start branding myself as Win with Glenn, and I do a various number of things, man. We fix credit. I own a credit repair software as well, AI. It's super crazy. You know what I mean? We do business credit. We was doing all this stuff. We was doing funding, unsecured funding. I'm in real estate. I started with wholesaling, and last but not least, I've been a trader. Okay, I'm in all these different worlds, and most of the time, I got into how did this been birthed out because I had friends that's in real estate, and when I was talking about trading, they was like, "I don't want to hear
Mhm.
that, mess, man. You can make more millions in real estate quicker." And I was like, "That is true. You can make millions faster." But when I was in real estate, I got friends. I mean, I'm in trading. I got friends. I'm talking about real estate. It's like, "Oh, that's too slow. It's too slow." But I was the guy who understood both worlds. So I
Mm.
would explain to them. Okay, I was like, "Hey, you're a real estate investor. I'm one too, and I'm a trader. But if I had $100,000." Okay, $100,000, and I bought a house. What would be the return on that $100,000? You probably get $1,200 a month or $1,600 a month, right? That's a 1.5% return per month. Now, I think this is say it's free and clear. That's not including taxes and insurance and all that stuff.
Okay.
And I said, well, here's the thing. That sounds great, but if I was a trader, I can do 1% a week in my sleep.
Mm.
So now that 1% a month, now which one would you rather do? So then we start talking about how to become your own bank. So
Okay.
what I started doing is like, man, I am literally a walking ATM. I print
Explain.
money.
Explain. Explain that to the people.
I print money on demand by going to both markets. I can go to the real estate market, find a wholesale deal, or find a fix and flip, or find Airbnb, whatever we decide to do, our exit strategy, right? And make a decision on based off of the numbers or that deal. Or I can go to the financial markets, which is where people might go to the stock market, or people might go to um, forex markets, futures options, and we can trade the market. So we coined this name smart money based off of strategy. So that is an actual strategy in the markets, what we call smart money concepts. And I was like, man, what if I could just teach people how to leverage their not just leverage their money, but what if people don't have money? What can I do? How can we teach them how to get the money? Well, this is where it's very important, why I'm very passionate about personal credit, because with personal credit, Johnny, what if I told you, let's say you're making 30,000 a year,
Hmm.
okay, and we helped you you got a 660 credit score minimum. What if I told you I can get you $60,000 cash in 7 days based off your
Man, that's
personal credit?
man. That's life. I would say that's life changing for somebody in that position. That's life changing.
And then we're not going to tell you because we don't want to get in no trouble. We don't want to be in front of the man with the black robe. You know what I
Right.
mean? We want to show you
That
what
part.
this is what we call smart money. You want to follow the right cat, or we want to play copycat. That's I'll put it that way.
Hmm.
We want to copy the right cat, right? So we wanted you to play copycat. You just do what we do. We're going to give you the blueprint. We're going to show you how to get the capital. We're going to show you where to put the capital. We're not going to tell you, but we're going to show you based off what we're already doing. Because the proof is in the pudding, or shall we say, the proof is in the eating of the pudding.
Right. In this case,
Right.
for sure.
So, but at the same time, Johnny, I want to show people the whole concept of smart money, how to use other people money. And this event was birthed out because I want to show people how to tap into other people's money by just being in the right position. You don't have to have hundreds of thousands of dollars to play. All you need is the
Facts.
mental fortitude and the know-how. I started all of my businesses. My wife is sitting next to me. Okay. We started all these businesses with $0 out of our pocket. $0 out of our pocket. And then we went from zero to where we are now. It would blow it's certain conversations while we are now qualifying people to even talk about stuff like this, because certain
Hmm.
conversations people just can't handle. Because in trading world, we teach let's respect making the first dollar first before we try to make $1,000 or $100,000, right?
Right.
Let's make the first dollar first. So our goal is with smart money is to show people how to bring small returns so they can see the value of money. Now, what is money? Money is currency. Currency is energy, right? Money is not even real. It doesn't exist.
Let's go. Let's go.
Right. So money only exists to those that deems it important. But if you know how money works, you can now employ money. So I had to go from working for money to start employing money. Mind you, guys, I know I'm talking a lot, and this we're talking about smart money. How did we get here? I had a lady, she used to work for us in our credit repair organization, and she say, "Well, bro, I've been watching you and Jazz. How did you get to this point?" I said, "I literally took my wallet out and I spoke to my wallet. I said, I no longer work for you. You work for me." That I had to change my mindset first, how I
That's
view
it.
money. you know. And then I had to get around people who knew more than me. Because what I knew about money and how money concepts or smart money concepts work, whether it's credit, whether it's business credit, whether it's funding, real estate, it doesn't matter. I had to learn the language of money.
But hold on. So you had to learn the language of money. So they didn't teach you that in school?
Oh, they teach me that in school. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've been an entrepreneur since I was 18 years old, and I'm
Okay.
in my mid 30s now. And when I went to school, my dad was an MRI technology. My mom was in the casino business. My family's in the funeral home business. So when I went to school, I was actually a physical therapist major. Okay. Then I
Okay.
switched to RN, right? I was 2 classes away from clinicals. I never did. I'm a piano player. I played piano for 20 plus years, and I started my first music school, True Worship School of Music. Never forget it. And I made my first $100 in an hour. I was hooked. 18 years old. Couldn't nobody tell me nothing. That might have been the only $100. But I experienced $100 that I made in an hour. Now I'm one
Right.
of those guys who wasn't scared to try things. I've been in network marketing. I slang bug juice, sold coffee. I'd have tried every opportunity that was out there in the marketplace, right? But it took me getting around people who knew more than I did and taught me how does money work, right? So I've never been fascinated about people driving Bentleys and Rolls Royces. I mean, that's great, great. I'm not into cars.
Right.
I'm into assets. Okay, I'm into assets. I'm into a lot of assets. Like learning how to empower that asset to pay one bill. I say if you got residual bills, you need residual income.
Facts. You do. And that's the crazy part with all of this, man, is because like in today's society, there's so much emphasis placed on traditional education and not so much on self-improvement and self-education, which
Mm,
is exactly everything that you just talked about. And we're gonna bring a lot of the other speakers coming on tonight. And I can speak for myself as an entrepreneur. They didn't teach me any of this stuff in school. Like even
no.
going through getting my MBA, like they tell you, you can go read a profit and loss statement before is the entrepreneur journey and going through, and especially when you get to the niche, you get to the focus of your specific business. That it's nothing that you got to get that OJT, you got to get those reps in, you got to get that experience. And I will say that one of the things that really changed the game for me was joining a mastermind group, being able to be around other like-minded entrepreneurs where I wasn't that black sheep or that unicorn out there by myself, and really having a group, a solid group of other entrepreneurs that understood the struggle, that were going through the struggle at the same time that I was, and being able to have people that you can bounce ideas with, relate. And now you got a room of 7, 8 other brothers and sisters that's entrepreneurs, that's real estate investors, that's traders, that's helping you solve your problems that you have today. There's nothing like it. And it's nothing that you're gonna get from just walking around because your family's not gonna understand it. Your close network of people you grew up with, they're probably not gonna understand it either. But being able to get in a room with like-minded people, even a Zoom chat like what we're doing right now, just the
Power,
energy with all the entrepreneurs and
power.
high-level investors that we had just right here on this call tonight, man. Like you can feel the expertise and just the energy from just us on the group chat for the last month, 2 months. That I can't even imagine the energy when we all get in person in the same room and meet in person for the first time.
And Johnny, this is just the first one. This is the first one.
Oh,
It's just the first one. This is the birthing stage of this, because I've already had visions, man. With people, I said, man, Lord, showing me 30,000 people showing up these type of events in
mm,
3 to 5 years. Because the Smart Money Expo was birthed out to give people, not just you and I. That's the networking. We're just not trying to be another networking conference. You know what I mean? No,
right.
we want to give people real life strategies that they can take soon as they leave. Johnny told me to go do this, and this. Go get to work. Not sugarcoating, not not holding back information they can get off YouTube. Enough of that. You know what I'm saying? I said
Yep.
I want to create a room and a space where people can get the real life strategy where they can say, "Hey, I need funding. I need somebody to fund my deal. Who can I call?" Well, there's going to be somebody in that room who's private money lender who can help you structure your deal and help you get your deal going. That's the type of relationships. We'll have people in that room, Johnny, who's going to help you if you want, not only you want to do multifamily, if maybe you want to build new construction, right? There's people that's going to show
Right.
you how to do that process. Not only that, hey, well, maybe, man, I don't know about trading, but maybe I can just, is there a program out there where I can just put my money to work and open an account? Well, we have friends that have programs and robots, right? That's automated that's making 40% returns in a month, more than what the bank is going to give you. But we're not
Mm-hmm.
broadcasting this and say, hey, this is typical, because it's not, right?
It's not.
It's not typical. But you get around folk who know what they're doing, you know. And I put it this way: in school, Johnny, they did tell me this. I need to make 90% and above to be successful. I need a 90% success rate.
Don't get me started, man. Don't get me
Oh man,
started. You
but
trying to get me started.
oh man, but now I realize I think I think I failed because a 20% return, 30% return is pretty darn good. You know what I mean? But I was taught that percentage was a F.
Right.
You failed.
A failure. A
There's a
failure.
failure. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I think we've been taught wrong in school, man. We've been taught to, like Robert Kiyosaki says, go out and get a job,
Mm-hmm.
go to school, make good grades, right? But what motivates me the most is there's certain movies, that I love to watch, like The Wolf of Wall Street. That's how I got intrigued about trading. I told myself there got to be more. There has to be more to this, you know.
He ain't the only one.
The Wolf of Wall Street. In real estate, my favorite one by real estate is called The Banker.
Oh, that was a powerful movie, bro. That if that doesn't get your juices going, it's like, you know what? And that's a whole nother conversation offline with
Oh,
with that approach, because it's amazing that how much you can do when you don't even exist. And
mm,
like there's so many ways that you can navigate that space. And I've done it on different occasions, whether it's for appraisal, and guess what? Johnny Lonham didn't look like Johnny Lonham when the appraiser showed up, and who opened the door for him. Because
hey,
I've been there and had that situation, and I was like, never again. That'll never happen to me again.
I did it, and we had a house that appraised 20,000 more than what it was supposed to appraise for. But you got to do what you gotta do.
Yeah, you do.
But yeah, man, smart money is supposed it is built. Okay, it's going to be an organism. It is a living organism. It's built to give people strategy. Okay, it's more than just credit. It's more than just finance. It's going to be more than trading. I'm into tech too, but we don't talk about it. I'm into
Gotcha, gotcha.
right. So as we go and as the years progress, we're not we're gonna we're gonna bring people, man, who is we're gonna show you how to get into the trucking industry, whatever whatever the people want,
Hmm.
right? We're just showing people what to do with their money, right? So it
That's
doesn't
it,
matter if you got
man.
$100. Go buy a vending machine. Go do something smart
Right,
with your
right.
money, right?
Yep.
So, and one thing about this is we got to stop letting people like, hey, these Facebook gurus, YouTube gurus selling another course. You know what I mean? I We do this for real. I'm
In
in
real
the
life.
every single day. We do this. I'm not just sitting behind the computer trying to sell somebody some type of course. Here's the truth, Johnny. I have people call. My wife again, the test, she's right here. We have people call and say, "Oh, you accepting more students?" The answer is no, because I don't have the time to get you pumped and pulled to go out and work what I'm saying. Now I said, now if you want to be a student, go to this website, register, and pay that price. That's going to let me know if you are serious, you know. Because now, man, people will waste your time. People will hold you hostage, just based
Mm-hmm.
off the information. One of my friends, we talking this evening. He's going to come up here in just a second. Like, hey, I want to go to lunch. Well, it's a $300 lunch. Then you're going to pay me for, because I know you're trying to pick my brain
Let's
for this
go.
information. Right. But today, Smart Money Expo is 100% free. You can get in the room and get a ticket for free to get this same information, Johnny. And we're not going to sugarcoat. We're going to tell people the truth. The reason why your credit is jacked up because you never pulled it. Let's go over to this table here, pull your credit for $1, and let's show you how to read your credit report.
That's
Embarrassment
powerful.
is a choice. A choice. You choose to be
It
embarrassed.
is.
You're in this position because you're choosing what Ray Ray and Pookie and Mama and Daddy, what everybody is saying. Listen, when I say I'm the black sheep of my family, I mean that. The talk in my family is Glenn needs a job, but nobody knows what Glenn does.
Mm. I feel you, but that's the crazy part, and and that's one of the things I touched on in my book. When I had a college degree, man, and had no clue about credit, stocks, real estate, and the most humbling thing was I'm going to my first duty station, commissioned as an officer in the Air Force, and I had to have a family member sign on my lease to get an apartment because my credit's jacked up coming out of college. But guess what? They didn't teach me that. I had an engineering
Right.
degree, but they didn't teach me anything about credit and all these things. And so it was a learning experience, And so I say that don't despise humble beginnings. That we all start from somewhere. None of us started. I can speak for myself. I didn't start with no silver spoon in my mouth. But the thing is, I had determination. I knew there was a better way, and I was determined to find that way. And I think that's the story of so many people. But we got to leverage that and take it to the next level. And how you can take this information that everybody we're about to bring up on stage and how they leveraged it, but how can you take those pieces of information and apply them to your life? And so that's the challenge for the audience tonight, is to be able to take everything they gain, the wisdom, as everybody comes up. We're actually about to bring Lee up on stage now and kind of share. But the thing is you got to take action today. You have to, because guess what? Inflation's continuing to go up, but guess what? Real estate's going up. People that know how to run the market's going up. Like, you got to figure out how to make money in your sleep. Because if you don't learn how to make money in your sleep, you're gonna work until you die. It's a fact. It's a
Yeah.
fact, because the cost of everything is going up and it's not going down. And if you don't figure out how to create your side hustle to invest, to bring in that extra income, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna get bad. For those people that aren't taking it serious, I hate to see 10 years from now, 20 years from now, that they're gonna have to go back and apologize to themselves.
Johnny, they're scared of 10 years from now because Facebook says, or YouTube says, and TikTok says you can have it by tomorrow. So everybody wants this microwave blessing. Everybody wants this microwave. If I can have it in 30 minutes, it must not be real.
Right.
But I can tell you that anything that's built quickly is not, it's gonna fall just as fast. When you're building something, we all know it has to build a foundation first. You got I don't know who's watching, but you have to start with a foundation. Okay. You don't have to go out and get all these different books. You don't have to go ahead and listen to all these different people. I can tell you right now, if you listen to all these different people, you are confusing yourself because Johnny's way of doing something may not be the way that I do it. Johnny might cook his eggs easy or easy. I like my fried hard. Lee may like his scrambled. You know what I mean? So there are many ways, but what you have to do is choose a voice whom you're going to listen to. And then, Johnny, it's principle based. You have to work your principle. Okay. The
That's
Bible
true.
says faith without works is dead.
It's dead.
The key word is if you want to fix your situation, work.
Take
If you want to
action.
change your
Take
life, work.
action.
Yes, sir. Work. So, man, I'm super excited about June the 14th, man, 15th. We're going to be in Austin, Texas, right outside Austin. We held right in Pflugerville. I'm telling you, if you've never been to Austin, and he's asking me why did I choose Austin? Austin is when I first visited Austin, man. Austin was a different vibe of people.
Yes.
Austin had a lot of weirdos too. Because I was out there, man. I seen people with spiky hair, blue hair, people. I mean, I was like, Jesus, I ain't never seen nothing like this before. All right. It's a
Yeah,
lot of
this ain't the South.
but here's the thing. The mindset of the people was drawing me to the city. When I
Okay.
said, I put it this way, I've never seen a homeless person as happy.
Mm.
They had a sign out saying, just have a good day. I'm having one. I was like, wait, hold up. The homeless under the bridge had a sign out. Ain't they're not asking me for money. They're saying, I hope you're having a great day. So I'm going like, it's a head scratcher, Lee, because where I'm from, I can't go
Yeah.
out to the corner store with somebody asking me for a dime.
Yeah. It's a different conversation
It's a
for
different
sure.
conversation. So these people, the mindset was different. And then I came through Austin. I'm in Austin all the time. Um, and we're coming through downtown Austin. Listen, when I say their work ethic, even though they're homeless, they have window cleaning stuff. They have a bottle Windex. So now being broke is a choice. So I choose to live in this situation.
Yep.
So we chose that area because it is the capital of Texas. And if nobody ever been to Texas, Texas is its own economy.
Yes.
Texas can withstand on its own if it withdrew from the U.S. today. We all can
Yeah,
see.
I think the numbers say that Texas is like the seventh or it's in the top 10 for as the largest economy in the world.
You got California, you got Texas and Florida.
Yeah.
Those three states will hold on its own. So by choosing Austin, man, Austin is different. It gave me an opportunity. This is the first time driving in Austin. Went to a city called BK. Is BK a city or a neighborhood? I don't know. It's one of them, but it's BK. I think it's a city outside of the west side of Austin. And I'm watching people, billionaires with helicopter pads. I've never seen them like that in my house in my life.
Yeah.
Jet runways in their backyard, right? And I'm going like, oh my god, I need to get here. I need to get around these people. Who is that? What do they do? That's how my mind started spinning.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, what did they do to get here? Or not go out and say, hey, give me a grant. Hey, give me a loan. Hey, no. I need to ask the question, what did you do to get here? And that's how Glenn got here today. Lee met me. I used to be a dealer at the casino, man. I was dealing blackjack. And that's how I met Lee. And I met other entrepreneurs that way. And I met a guy, he owns John Harvey Toyota here in Louisiana. Older white guy.
Okay.
He had the stroke real bad, can barely talk. But I'm sitting here taking $500,000 every 2 minutes from this guy. But we having this conversation, say, hey man, how did you get here? So that's how I got into real estate. I got into real
Mm.
estate heavily because this guy, Lee, I sent him a deal. I just got started wholesaling. I thought I had a great duplex. I know he gets all the time. And I'm over here like, man, I got this duplex for $5,000. And I don't, it's the hood. I'm talking about you might get shot right now. Might get stabbed just walking around the thing. But I said, hey, I got this thing, man. Hey, look, I sent it to Lee. Lisa sent it to me. His office was around the corner and came back and said, Glenn, it's trash. It's just crap. It's gonna take me 60,000 to fix it. Ain't worth it. I'm talking about it made me feel like a little boy all over again. It just crushed me. But then but when I started noticing was, man, I needed somebody to tell me, like, don't waste your time on stuff like this. I don't
Right.
know what I'm getting into. But I got people around me who's like, hey, you need to learn how to run your numbers. He was one of those guys. Some
No,
people
that's
might
awesome.
take that as
And you need those people on your team.
yeah,
You
you
gotta
might
have them on your
some people
team.
might take it as, oh, he a butthole. And could be.
But no, hey,
And could be. But the thing about
you
it
need
is
honest feedback.
you need that. And Lee, they might think you're a butthole all the time, based off how you come off at things. But guess what Glenn said? I was like, well, you might say the same about me because when somebody's passionate about what they do, you
Right.
know, it might come off like that. He's passionate about real estate. So he's gonna tell me,
So,
hey man, this
so
ain't
now, so now you got me curious. I know everybody else listening in is curious too. So, Lee, so what it is exactly you do at Atlas Investment Capital?
So I'm actually the founder, and this is the company that has become my lending company. I started doing some private money lending. Right quick, I just got to back some things up if it's all right with you, Johnny. So
Yeah,
Glenn and I both used to actually be in the casino business. I was a poker dealer many, many, many years ago, and then my uncle was in town and he was playing blackjack one day, run into this guy named Glenn, said he was getting into real estate. And then he dropped my name. And then next thing you know, Glenn and I, we connect and we started talking about some properties. And yes, unfortunately, there are a number of people out there that do think I'm a bit of an ass. And that's okay. I tell people I'd rather be known as an honest ass than a well liked liar, and I just don't have
facts.
time to put on little kid gloves and say, hey, look, you don't have a good deal. I'm going to have to educate you on how to do this. Now you in the game with me, right? And so that means that if you see yourself as a peer, then you need to be able to know your numbers. And that's exactly what I told Glenn. And next thing you know, he starts coming up quick. So all that to say, I want to let people know, yes, I'm very blunt. I'm just rolled that way. But going back to it, a couple years ago, Johnny, I started doing some private money lending because not like Glenn,
Okay.
I didn't start with nothing. I did start with $6,000 back in 2015, and we ran it up to where we're at. A couple years ago, we moved over to Florida. Still have 45, 50 properties back in Louisiana. Got a few businesses there. We flip houses. Obviously, Glenn's doing one for us right now. And the private money lending has just really taken off because, like I educate people in how to invest in my lane, which is,
right.
small duplexes, small multifamily, fix and flip singles and holds. We show people how we ran it up 6,000 with no money out of pocket net to get those
Nice.
doors. And it's a grind, dude. You see all this gray in this beard? It didn't
Yeah.
come just from graceful aging, right? But
Right.
that being said, I am very protective of my schedule. So, like Glenn and I, we were talking earlier. I do. I charge $300 an hour, 30 or $150 for 30 minutes of consult, and it's just because I had to start protecting my schedule. And I'm sure you're in the
Hmm.
same way because I've looked at your Insta and look, you got a good following, and I'm sure that those DMs are full of people that just want to pick your brain. You know,
Yeah.
and that's I
Constantly.
love going to events like this and speaking because at that point I'm able to bring all those people into one room, have them there and address their questions and dedicate that time in those days to just purely sowing seeds, right? Get it
Yep.
out there, help people just free without expectation. Because whenever I go back to my revenue generating activities, if you need to interrupt that, then I have to charge for it. And
Yeah.
that's just a simple explanation that I give people.
No, I love it. No, I love it. And I think you bring up, a great fact with that, it's a struggle. Like everybody just thinks that everybody's overnight success. I'm like, I forgot who said it, but it takes a
10
minimum of
years.
10 years.
10
Takes a
years.
minimum of 10 years to become an overnight success. And, and so that's the process. But I love it, man. I'm super excited. And I know there's going to be people there that need to learn more about the funding aspect of it and having the experts in the room. That's the thing. And I'll get to Austin, Texas, June
Yeah.
14th to 15th. You're going to have the right people in the room, locked in. I'm going to be there. The family couldn't make it out for me personally. So I'm going to be there. I'm going to have the booth out there for REI Jeans. And I'm just going to be talking shop, talking real estate, talking multifamily, talking raising capital and
Yeah.
helping people pull deals together. And that's what it is. I'm locked in for those 2 days. And so if you're trying to
Yeah.
get into any of these spaces, Forex, trading, you need a lender. This man right here is just talked about, he owns 40, 50 rentals and he's a lender. So guess what? Your lender is a partner on your team. Because guess what? Your lender is not going to let you get in a bad deal, like Glenn just told you.
No.
They're an extension of your team. And so
Yeah.
that's the thing that you got to realize that the more people that you know and you have in your network, the further you're going to be able to go in this business,
Man, you
in
need
any
a lender.
business.
You need a lender, and you need a good contractor. You know what I mean? You need a contractor, and you need
Oh, yes.
like you said, the right people in your team, and you need a coach. Everybody needs a coach. Lee coaches. And Lee has a program. You have a program.
Yeah.
Hmm.
y'all, if you listen, if you need a coach, sign up to one of their programs. Let them coach you to success. It takes 2 seconds to say, hey man, I'm doing the right thing here? What should I do in this situation? You know, I think if I took it seriously, Lee, and when I was 21, getting started in real estate or whatever, and decided to be a coach,
Man, if we
man,
took
I think
anything seriously at 21, it'd be a different game.
Bro, bro, who you telling?
like I talked to an investor out of Dallas. He made me when I'm at his property now, and he goes, I offer you X amount of dollars for your property. Okay. Can you close next week? He was like, he come, whoa, hold up, you taking me too fast. I said, well, you like made an offer. I'm asking, what's up? You know what I mean? So we
Let's
laughing
go.
and joking about that. But I'm sitting here telling him, I say, look, this is a serious game. He says, well, what are you trying to do? I said, well, I'm trying to get into a bigger market. I'm going to get into San Antonio. I'm getting to Austin and Dallas. I'm trying to make a bigger deals. You know, I said, so what you want to do? I said, I ain't got time to hee and ha ha with you today. But it takes time to build that mental fortitude to tell people, like, look, if you're trying to build something, you're not going to be able to hee and ha ha your way to it. You're going to have to get serious about where you're trying to go. And the Bible says, Habakkuk 2 and 2, write the vision and make it plain.
Make it
You know,
plain.
and I
That's
had to
it.
stop putting everything in my mind and start writing it down. You know, again, yeah, you might watch your favorite shows, but get something that's going to speak to your destiny, speak to your future. You know, um, man, that's a lot of stuff we could tap onto this
That's
about
it.
tapping.
Man, we're
We're
gonna be
not
here
even
all
talking
night,
about
man.
how to get
Yeah.
money right now, bro. We're just talking about just the mental fortitude, just to how do we get here.
Is
You know what I mean?
exactly.
Like it takes a lot. It takes a to get around the right people to get the mental takes from what Mama and Pookie and Ray Ray and them been telling you throughout the years to get that to stop playing. And you know, it's
Right.
oftentimes I fall back into those mental tapes sometimes. So then I have to
Oh
get
yeah, it happens.
let's get back into self development. You know, now I'm on what we 10x again. You know, 10x again. You see what I'm saying? Again, and it's always something else out of there. And I said, man, you know what? How are we going to change ourselves? I'm going to take full responsibility for everything that happened.
Facts.
It happened to you because of you. That's what Grant Cardone said. So, and what made me start doing that, last year we recently had a storm on Father's Day, my wife's birthday, June 17th. And what happened was half of Shreveport was out of power. I was one of them. Okay. We living on a condo, South Lake Shore, right? Oh, looking at the lake. Everybody's out of power. And Grant was over there in this book. And I was listening to the audio. He says, it's your fault you don't have electricity and you can't run your business. And he was like, well, how you say it's my fault? It's not my fault the storm came, Lee. No, he says your fault because you didn't have a generator.
Mm.
You should have put yourself in position so this will never happen again. And ever since that moment, Lee, I take full responsibility. I stopped blaming
That's
folks
something to
for
be
what's
said.
happening. Right. I stopped blaming folks for what's happening. I start making decisions based off, you know what? It ain't your fault. It's my fault. Let me, you're fired.
Let's go. Let's go.
Get gone. And it's not even my heart to do that. You know, we went through a whole week of firing folks. And I was like, I gotta go. Sorry, man. Hey, maybe on the next one. That's the way I word it. You know, maybe on the next one. But you know what I mean? Let's get going to the next. I'll see you later. But man, it's a pleasure to
Yeah.
see us in this room right now, man, building energy. And I'm super excited about smart money because we're gonna show people again, y'all. We're gonna show you how to put this money to work. I don't care if you got a quarter. Go look under the couch. Go find the money. Listen, I'm telling you, we're gonna put you in a room with people. They're gonna show you where to find the money, and then we're gonna
Yep.
show you how to grow the money.
That's
And
it.
to Glenn, to your point, I just want to tell people one of the things that I found out even today, Glenn actually reduced the general admission ticket to nothing. So if you think you want to get in a room and in a conference for a lower price, you out your mind. Now, what we're going to do is my job is I'm going to do my best to come there. I'm going to provide immense value in the best way that I can to people. If you take it seriously, I promise you, you're going to be able to leave there and do something. I'm going to show you how you can actually start with nothing. You can even borrow money from me. I'll show you how to source it through your network. You can go out here, flip a house, turn it up, make some money, make money for other people, because whenever that happens, that's when the real wealth starts to. But let me just wind this down. It's not
Fact.
just the speakers, it's the hallways. You want to go to these kind of conferences because the connections that you're going to make at these conferences, that's where it's there. I'm flying from Naples, Florida for this thing. All right. So it's not just a quick 30-minute flight. I do that and I got flight anxiety. So if I'm doing this, it's going to be worth it. Right. So I'm looking forward to meeting a number of you people there. Glenn, good to see you. I'm going to step down. I know Chris got a lot of value he wants to bring to the stage.
Before you go,
So I'm going to get out the way.
before you go, you really coming because I told you about Tumble 22, but we ain't going.
Well, we'll talk about that later. We'll put that on the reel.
We talking about food, y'all. Now we talking about eating. So
All right,
but
he got me. He said it's the hottest he's ever had. I said, all right, I'm on my way.
But man, appreciate you so much, man, my friend, man. I thank you for the opportunity and thank you for helping me serve.
All right. Well, guys, look, I'm looking forward to meeting y'all in person, and I'm gonna get down here so Chris can get up. Y'all take care.
For sure. Awesome. Chris, what's going on, brother?
How you doing, Johnny? How you doing, Glenn?
We're doing great, man. Hey, dude, my boy, hometown boy,
Yeah.
my boy.
So yeah. Let me just give a little background. So me and Glenn actually met, I think, about 5 or so years ago. And he was dealing in real estate just like he is now. But me and him actually got more so connected through the trading. Funny enough, I actually got started with real estate when I first started on my wealth building journey, if you will. And then I found out about trading, and I fell in love with it for a number of reasons. I guess the main reason is because I felt like I was in more control of my situation. With real estate, if you're doing a deal, you need someone to buy, you need somebody to sell. And it's a fantastic industry, and I still dabble in it now. But with trading, I always felt like I was in more control of my ability to earn money on a day-to-day basis, and so that's what I've been doing ever since. And I'm managing multiple six figures doing that, and I've been teaching it as well for about 2.5, 3 years now. And I've got some of my students that are also, I got students earning more than me, to be honest. In trading, and that's an awesome thing for me because when I discovered trading, it changed my life, and part of my goal is to change many other people's lives as well. And so that's why I'm a part of this group, and that's also why me and a couple partners, we started For Wealthy Minds.
Okay.
That's a social media type platform where it allows individuals. It's not just about trading, although that is our expertise, but we're growing the community into other aspects as well, of just about building wealth. If that's anywhere in your realm of what you want to do or what you're already doing, this community is for you, and we're trying to grow it. So there's many different aspects where people can learn, connect with individuals that have a like-minded thing. Because Facebook and all these other social media, they're great because you're able to meet a lot of different people, right? But sometimes it's hard to meet people that are focused on the same things that you're focused on, and so that's why we built this community. And another part to that as well is kind of what Glenn talked about earlier, because I came into the same thing was when I was kind of dabbling in real estate in the beginning and then got into trading. I was telling some of my real estate fellows, hey, you should look into trading. They're like, nah, I'm gonna stick with my real estate. And then I would talk to the trading guys, and I tell them, hey, you should get into real estate. Like, nah, I'm gonna stick to trading. And it was always this I don't know, this barrier that existed that I wanted to break down, because I agree with Glenn. I think those things combined, as well as with the credit and business credit and stuff like that. Like with those things combined, you can really do some powerful things, and you can do them, maybe a little bit faster than you may originally thought of when you first got into whatever realm you're in. And so, yeah, that's a little bit about me. And so I'm excited here in a couple of weeks to meet you guys. I'm out in Colorado, so I'll be flying down as well. And so it'll be exciting to see you guys in person and speak to all the people there, and really, like Glenn said, give people the real, not just some watered down, what you kind of get whenever you go to where you're trying to sell something later, all that type of stuff. That's not what we're coming there to do. We're coming in to give you the real and really show people that you can do these things as long as you change, have the right mindset for it.
For sure. No, 100%. No, I'm looking forward to meeting your brother and getting in the room and learning more about the community and chopping it up.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, Johnny, I'm gonna tell you straight up. This is gonna be a long day, Friday. That Friday's gonna be long. So I'm gonna tell y'all gonna need some coffee, some energy drinks. And we're not trying to do information overload as well. But the thing about it is, we gotta give you this information. We gotta birth this information. You know what I mean? I don't care if you gotta pull out a tape recorder. You know what I'm saying? Faith come by hearing. You know what I mean? So I don't care how you gotta get this information. Listen, some of you are going to be asking for us to do it again in 6 months, because we will if we got to.
Yeah.
You know. So the goal is Smart Money. We're gonna do this every single year. These same panelists, the same speakers. I'm gonna ask y'all to come back next year, because guess what? I don't want to confuse people. This is something. When I shared this with a brother of mine out of Dallas, Jordan the Credit King, man, Jordan and I started speaking in tongues and whatever, and because we knew this is what. Oh man, I ain't know. There you go.
Let's go. Let's
we
go.
Didn't even know.
Perfect transition.
This is what the Lord had wanted. You know what I mean? Until I just felt it in my spirit. I told my wife, I gotta do it. I kept putting it off. I gotta do it. I gotta. So here's the truth. Everybody that's watching, here's the truth. I stopped trying to be the plug, Johnny.
Mm-hmm.
And I opened myself up and say, look, let me open myself up and give you the people that I'm connected to, instead of trying to connect to me so I can connect. No, I don't need a commission. I don't need to make another sale. So let me connect you to the people who's connected to my help, and let's get you to where you're trying to go. This is why Smart Money Expo was birthed. So people can get into the room and say, oh, it's not just Glenn teaching another course. You know what I mean? It's not just another YouTube show or TikTok video or whatever, or this guru, just somebody say they can do this. Let me connect you to a real guy that can show you how to put your money in multifamily. My first multifamily deal, I had it in Dallas, in Carrollton, Texas, and we had it on the contract, Johnny, for $20 million. Okay. Now this is wholesaling though. I had an offer. I told the guy, I said, look, if you come to the table at 21, you got it. You got it. You can have it. And when I saw, that was my first commercial deal. And then my second commercial deal, my biggest commercial deal that I ever done, we had the Shangri-La Hotel in Canada, a $250 million deal. And when it comes to what we're talking about, smart money, we're not talking about just commercial. I could dumb it down. Man, we bought houses for $1,000. I mean, it doesn't have
right.
You know, millions can scare people. Okay, I'm just being honest.
Yeah.
Millions can scare people.
True.
It's just a number. You know, that's what we want to see. It's just a number. So, man, I'm talking about, Johnny, my mandate, my buyer is the biggest buyer I ever worked with. He's out of Chile, the country. You can look him up on Bloomsburg. You know, that mandates agent at the time, that was doing the transaction of the deal. You know, I mean, it was all egotistic. I mean, I was like, man, my guy's on Bloomberg. You know, I'm like, I'm feeling good.
Mm-hmm.
You know, man. But think about it is, smart money, just getting around, knowing how money works, got me into rooms where I knew I couldn't get in by myself.
Yeah.
I had to
Just
start
power and
speaking the
proximity.
language. Right. You can't, man, you got to start speaking the language. You got to speak the lingo. You know what I mean? You just can't walk in the room and we're talking about health and wellness and somebody come and talk about Burger King. Everybody gonna look crazy.
Right. You're right. And it's crazy, but you have to pay to get in some of those rooms.
You got to pay to get in
and
some of these rooms.
that's the part with it that people don't realize. It's like, okay, If I can go get one thing that's gonna help bring in an extra $5,000 a month in my business, I'll pay 20 grand to get in that room. Because I'm not looking at the cost, I'm looking at the ROI. I'm looking at the value. I don't care about the cost because it's saving me time. And that's what so many people don't realize, that the money is the currency. It's a tool. You gotta know how to deploy it to buy back time and to save time. And that's what the rich and wealthy know. Like, hey, I'll spend money all day if it's gonna save me a year of pain and heartache and setbacks and roadblocks. I can pay somebody for their experience. They've been doing this 30 years and they can teach me how to do it in 6 months, and they ain't gonna charge me for 20K. I buy 30 years for 20K every day and twice on Sunday, because it's gonna save me that much time. What we talking about?
Oh man, yes sir. But hey, Jordan, man, this dude here, man, I can attest about this guy here. He's been on my podcast as well, Smart Money Podcast.
Okay.
I'm gonna bring you guys on too, with the Smart Money Podcast as well. Jordan's been on my podcast, and man, we dove in some stuff, man. We dove into how does credit look like in 2024. What's credit going to look like? And Jordan is going to be on the credit panel. And I tell you, and I'm gonna tell y'all, if y'all coming to the conference, you might hear Jordan get a little loud, little angry, a little bit, he might start screaming across the mic. You might hear a little screeching. But I told somebody, I said, listen, that doesn't mean he's arguing. That means he's in agreement. He's just passionate
Passionately
about
in agreement.
this. Right. He's passionately agreeing about this RAM. And man, I'm so glad I got my bro here. He's been speaking for Grant Cardone and stuff like that, traveling with Grant Cardone. And I met him. He was like, hey, Glenn, what you talking about? Let's get Grant on the phone. I was like, no, I ain't ready.
I love it. Before we bring Jordan up, Chris, you got any important words, brother?
No, man, I just really appreciate you guys for letting me on and being able to talk with you guys and everybody that's watching. I'm really excited here to meet you guys in Austin, and it'll be a great thing that we're doing. So you guys have a good one.
For sure. Let's go. Jordan, man, we done heard some great things. You running with Grant Cardone, bro. Bless us. I'm curious, how's credit changing in 2024? I got a big refi coming up in 90 days, so I'm all ears.
Well, man, it's a lot going on. First of all, I want to say thanks to Glenn. Hats off to you, man. This is an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? That's just super, super big to put, like you said, all these people in the room. Man, honestly, really, I just backtrack real quick on what you asked me originally. Grant Cardone, he had this thing called the Grant Cardone University, right? And so if anybody that's in sales that hasn't experienced that, you got to get into that. The Grant Cardone University, they will take you through the aspects across the board on sales. And what you need to know, things you don't, how to match with people and everything else. But no, man, the credit thing's about to change. It's changing as we speak. People that had great credit, 800 plus credit scores, that just were sitting on it and not using their, credit, their scores are going down. People that are having credit right now that are, there's different ratios. Let's just say that we're going off of a new credit score grading called FICO 10. So it's a little different than our normal ratio of things. Glenn could attest to that itself. Two, also, there's a lot of people online, man, right now that's giving down the watered down version of things. I feel like they're making the game worse for us. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, because these lenders are listening too. The creditors are listening. The bureau owners are, the reporting agencies are listening. So everything that we're trying to give people the game on and think that we're just so smart and trying to give out the knowledge to get the likes and YouTube money or all this other stuff, it's making it worse for people that are actually out here that have been in the game doing this. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I say tap into this conference. Because this conference here, man, is literally, it's what they say, straight shot, no chaser.
No chaser, that's it.
You know what I'm saying? So we literally want to give it all, answer the questions that the public really wants to know. And now we're talking, this has been open to the public. At first, we were going to limit it down and everything else and make it a private type of event. But for Glenn to be able to go and just, even for the speakers to come, You know what I'm saying? We know when travel, we speak all the time. So we know it, it costs to travel and things like that. But for us to take the time out and get in the room, it's gonna be amazing, man. Like I said, I could talk for
For
days.
sure.
Be in the room. Be in the room. So like I said,
Be in the room.
be in
That
the
is
room.
it. I appreciate, man. I'm looking forward to it. And that's the thing. Like, and I tell people when you come to events like this, you're going to have a lot of different speakers. Go through the agenda, and I say come in the room with at least one, maybe two things that you want to walk away from Austin, Texas with on that day. When you leave out on that Saturday night, you want to have an answer to those questions. Don't leave until you get the answer to the question. Like the woman at the well, like, hey, I just gotta touch the hem of his garment. You can't walk
Yeah.
away. Don't leave without your breakthrough, without
Hey,
your blessing.
Johnny. Oh man, you got me excited. I just got to tell somebody about this. Hey, let me tell you here's the key part about what she said. That woman that touched him in his garment. She said within herself, if I can touch the hem of his garment. So that means she had already made a decision.
Mm. Right.
Because she looked at her situation. And then here's the thing about this. She changed her life on purpose. It wasn't by happenstance. It just didn't wake up some morning. Some morning she got lucky. And those who don't know what we're talking about, he's talking about the scripture. And we're not talking about for a religious standpoint. We're talking about from principle. You know what I mean? What a
Right.
person did to press their way to change their life.
Yeah. They took action. She took action. She didn't
First
just
she
sit back
heard.
and wait.
Yeah. Man, she heard that the man was in town. So hear ye today, June 14th, June 13th, you better be getting your June 14th, that morning, we're kicking it off. 8 a.m., 8:50. We networking over coffee. You come meet the speakers. Come meet myself.
That's it.
Come talk to some people. Right? 9 o'clock sharp. Boom. We hitting the ground running with mindset training because we got to start here first so you can grasp that information. Number two, boom. We getting straight into personal credit. That's what Jordan's going to go in even deeper. Right? And then you got Johnny and you got others. Right? We even got women in business that's going to be
Ash is
there.
a
I'm talking
beast.
about, oh
Ash
my
is a beast.
God.
Ash is a beast. The one that's coming with credit, she's a beast too. She's a beast. Ash is a beast. So I mean, there's a lot of people right now, like I said, that's in this room. Ooh, Hans Felix. Boy, if y'all
Yeah.
don't tap in with him, listen. Listen, that's why I'm coming to the conference. I'm trying to figure out about the trading thing. I want to get into that. They talking about they making money on a daily
Right,
basis.
right. You and me both.
On
I'm
the
gonna be
I
daily.
need
straight
to
up
I
with
need to
you.
diversify some of this real
Do
estate
you
money.
feel me?
Let
I'm
me
trying
be
to
straight
figure it
up
out.
with you. Let me be straight up with you. Jordan, you've been asking me, bro. I just didn't have the time. Me and Hans, I met Hans through a sister of mine named Sydney. Okay, and I met Hans' brother, and me and Hans I'm talking about been tight ever since. And I never met this brother in person. You see what I'm saying? But we got kindred spirits, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you what. When I say friends, even though I never met this guy, this man sees stuff and say, "Hey, this brotherhood, bro. This is what you need to do. I see this over here. Make a left." Look, it's not. I don't have to know him to trust him.
Facts.
But if
Facts.
somebody really got your back, you see what I'm saying? Hey, if you want to make some money, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm a trader. I trade my own strategies. I got up one morning just to see what my bro was doing. I took the same trade. He probably don't even know. I took the same trade. I said, "Oh, okay. All right. Well, I got a little 30, 40 pips off of this thing. All right. I made quick $500. I said, all right. But that's the thing though. Was we will we gotta tap in with each other, Johnny.
For
You can
sure.
make money because Johnny, you're gonna be the way for us to get into multifamily. You're that person. Everybody that don't, if you don't know Johnny, I know this is his program. My wife shared his thing. Lee is sharing from his page as well. Everybody, all the speakers sharing. Listen, Johnny is that go-to for multifamily. Period. This the way we doing
Let's
this,
go.
Johnny. My goal, let me tell you this. I'm gonna go ahead and let the cat out the bag. The goal for this deal by year 3 was to have a private syndication through Smart Money Expo. We already showing you how to get the money. We already showing you where the lender at. But Johnny is the expert in multifamily. Johnny is going to say, hey, well, we got a syndication. Let's go ahead and go get the $100 million deal in Dallas or Naples, Florida, or Tampa, whatever we
Yep.
want to get. Hey, it's producing cash flow. When you want to talk about retirement, now I love everybody, but I see people in the Indian community, they work together. The Jewish community, they work together. But it's only our people, you know what I mean? It's African Americans. I want to say Haitians too. With my hands on here. It's Haitians. I gotta put that out there. You see what I'm
Y'all
saying? So it's
can't
only
Right.
forget.
our
Right.
of black descent, you know what I mean? Where we gotta fight with y'all might not agree, but we gotta fight. We want to fight with who's the chief? Who controls the money? Who's the one saying this? Yeah, we gotta get out of that. The Bible says we follow those with faith and patience. Those who obtain the promise.
Mm.
Woo.
We ain't
You just
trying
said
to.
that. That's a bar.
Sing the sermon for the full team, my brother. My God.
I need to
We're
put
not
that on the
trying
t-shirt.
to
Good Lord.
figure it out, Johnny and Hans and Jordan. We have figured it out.
Yeah.
Mm.
We
Hey,
ain't
let's
trying.
go.
We ain't trying to. This ain't no tit for tat, and we trying to make. Let's see if this works. No, the strategy works.
It works.
Yeah.
And look, I'm gonna say
Don't
this
you
real quick.
worry
I'm gonna
about
bounce
that.
off. I gotta get to the airport real quick though. Look,
You always at the
you gotta
airport.
be in the room. Okay, you got it. That's gonna be my hashtag all week. You gotta be in the room. Okay, but real quick, we want to show you guys as well too the things like he said before. He tapped into the things that they don't teach you in school, and the reason why they don't teach us this in school is because it's a system. It's a 40-40 system. They want you to go work 40 hours, pretty much for 40 something years. To only get 40% of whatever you've made in your whole life. Type of own income. So again, I'm going to show you guys yourself directly how to. If you're looking to try to start a credit repair company, we got people in the room that's going to be able to help you out with that too.
Hey,
So, like
hey,
you said, he owns a credit repair company. I got one.
hey! Use my software, M2 Glad.
That's what I'm saying. Listen, we all tapped in together. Okay, it's all tapped in together here. We can show you again how it can run automation automatically to where again you will still have to put in some work, but again, it's going to be light work. Get in the room. Get in the room. I can't wait to see y'all. Johnny, I'm tapping in with you tomorrow. Glenn, we've been
Let's
playing
go.
phone tag for the past couple of days, so I got you.
Yes,
Hans,
sir.
sir, I'm trying to get like you when I grow up. So
Hey man, you already like me, King. Come on now. I'm about to learn from you when I see you, bro.
absolutely, fellas. Y'all type in. Take care.
Absolutely.
All right now.
All right, all right,
Sir
all right.
Hans
What's going on,
Felix,
Johnny? What's up, my man? Glenn, what's up? What's
8-year
up? What's
trader,
up?
educator. What's going on, man? What you bringing for the people in Austin, man?
Man, I'm feeling blessed. First of all, I want to thank you guys for choosing me as being your running mates for the glory of of the journey, because the reason why we're here is because we have been assigned from day one the opportunity and the hard mission to help our community go from ignorance to knowledge. And so ever since I've been an educator, I realized that it's always been a ministry. It's not been something where like I took it for granted or even as a joke, because like when you come from where I come from, where I was born in Haiti, you know, like people think I'm American, but like honestly, man, I'm Zoe to the bone. You know what I'm saying? And I always understood that like our people, just like the Bible says, they suffer of lack of knowledge, and that's why they perish. And so once I realized that the key to understanding the power of knowledge is to master it. But in order to find mastery, you have to literally go through the process of pain. And
Come
when you
on,
use
man.
pain for purpose is how you able to always have a word of spoken enlightenment of abundance whenever you speak. And so when you ask me, what am I bringing to the table? Listen, the table is already anointed with oil. And all people need to come with is a listening ear and an open mind, because we could really be speaking and they could really be showing up to their fifth and sixth and 10th event. But if they're not there to finally speak life into their own actions, then I'm sorry. They don't even have to fill that seat. They might as well give it to somebody else who's actually going to take action. All right. What I've been doing for the past 8 years is I've been learning to break and shatter my own reality.
Come on,
And
bro.
it just so happens that trading was that tool. And so you see, whenever I look around and I see, how they pretty much created a structure and a system for society, they made it seem as if that's all we were worth. I remember when I was a kid, I wanted to be an anesthesiologist. Why? Because I looked at the salary and it said 250,000. I said, "Oh yeah, all right. How long that's gonna take? 14 years." I said, "Ooh, for, for 20, hey, for a quarter mil, I do the time, right?" But really, as I continuously grew, I realized that like the cost of a lot of things is time freedom, right? And what will that look like for your lifestyle, your children, and your peace? You know what I'm saying? So I also realized that there were different factors of what made me like choose where I'm at today, even though God chose me to be where I'm at, right? I understood that in order for me to teach people how to duplicate the skill, I would have to speak through them and not to them. So
Mm,
I found myself
okay.
having to speak life into people because whatever they're trying to acquire, whether it's this skill set of trading or real estate or whatever it is, man, if you have limiting beliefs, you're not going to believe that you're capable of doing it.
That's true.
And when it comes to abundance, being able to break and shatter your reality and do things that is not supposed to be done in a single day or month or week, then you're gonna have to come with a different level of energy and mindset of abundance.
Mm.
Right. So I don't wake up and make certain types of profits in the markets any kind of way. I gotta pray. My mind needs to be at peace. I need to be focused, and that's what I call execution mentality. Because really, the word execution mean you need to take something out. you know? And so, in order for me to take away the spirits of limiting beliefs and the spirits of like uncertainty and doubt, I have to come a certain type of way. So, when I speak, I hope people are ready to listen because I'm ready to bring the passion, I'm ready to bring the experience, and I need to show you that the next time you're looking at counties and demographics of salaries, understand that it's possible to make that salary in a day or a week in a month with the skill set. So that's what I'm bringing to the table, bro.
Let's go. Let's go.
Hey, I'm gonna be honest with you, Johnny. If Hans, let's tell him, man. What if we can help them people get $100,000 in trading capital with no experience,
Mm-mm-mm.
and they keep 80% of the profit? What do you think they'd be interested?
Mm. I don't know. Would they? I guess we're gonna find out, aren't we?
Basically what I'm saying is, Johnny, there are companies that want to give people money
mm-hmm.
to invest for them, and you keep 80% of the profit.
That's right.
Crazy, right?
We talking about
It
evaluation
is.
firms and leveraging OPM.
Leveraging other people's money.
That's
Look, your
right.
credit doesn't matter. They don't care what your background is. The only thing about it is, can you use their money to make a profit?
True that.
And after that, you keep 80% fresh withdrawal. It's in your bank account.
Sounds like Wall Street to me.
Sounds like Wall Street. I
But
mean,
that's
it's funny you say that though, because Wall Street definitely has their own way of like limiting the number of people who actually will benefit from whatever they out here giving. It's always something, right? It's always a catch. And so like when it comes to, leveraging prop firm capital, I do have experience in that. But one thing I will also be talking about is how to understand how to leverage the skill set in a way where you can have it for different uses. All right. What I mean by that is like for so long, I've grown tired of the way like the whole trading space carried itself. It's damn near embarrassing. Like
Mm-hmm.
you need to have different capital for different reasons, right?
Yes.
People will you will hear that people talk about leveraging OPM, but if I gave you access to this knowledge, how would you use it? And a lot of people gravitate to the next thing, not realizing that they're the problem. Okay. If you can't
Mm.
grow a $200 account with consistency and discipline, how would you trade $100,000 account under a firm? How would you actually work for a hedge fund, which runs by the same typical rules of like daily drawdown and things of that nature? Because now you're leveraging other people's capital and you're imagining it. So how can you be a good steward if you never understood the concept of managing funds? Okay. And
Bro,
the
you
thing
saying the
about the
word.
Bible is the Bible says, Malachi 3, verse 10 said, put me to the test. Roll the dice on me, says the Lord, and see if I will not bust the gates of heaven wide
Oh
open.
my God. Preach, boy.
But it will happen in abundance. How will you reach abundance if you're always thinking with limiting belief? And that means self-sabotage. That means lack of self-love, because love is discipline, love is sacrifice, you know. And many of the
Hey,
speakers that are going to be speaking today, I just hope when everybody looks around, they realize that they're in the midst of people who actually were obedient, were disciplined, were consistent, and sacrificed everything. And I hope that on
mm,
that day, that weekend, they are looking at the people that's going to help them break the generational curse, because it took 100 years of the lack of love, of the limiting beliefs, of the weird family dynamics that kept them in this barrel, which kept them from actually thinking that they could. So we're gonna be surrounded by people, and honestly, I'm going there to show face, to teach, to make a difference, to impact. But I'm also there to learn, man. I'm trying to see what's
facts.
up, man. In person, I want to shake hands, and I want to know that I'm locking arms forever with my brothers in arms and my sisters in the kingdom, because it's all about abundance, man. I'm excited. I don't know about everybody, but man, I've been looking to meet my boy Glenn, Brianna in person, Johnny, man. Like, I've followed you guys
For
for a
sure.
while now, and I think sometimes in the past, like we've seen each other. Maybe I remember 2 years ago, I was at um the Generation of Wealth tour in Houston. And I got to see a lot of people. I had to brush shoulders, but we never really got to speak in person. But this time is different.
For sure. For sure. Looking forward to it, brother. No doubt.
We got Brianna in the building. Yeah, yeah. We got the queen. We got the queen. Ain't just men.
What's going on, y'all?
What's up? What's
What's
up? What's
going
up?
on, Brianna? What are you bringing to Austin, Texas, June 14th and 15th?
Well, first I gotta say, shout out to Hines, because y'all been here at this gym, y'all. That's why I ain't on camera. I'm trying to get it in. I'm trying to put expectation and reality, right? So we gotta
Ooh.
give give it our all. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't want to come to this workout. I'm doing that 75-day hard challenge right now. That's that two
Mm,
workouts a day, and it's kicking my butt. But we here. So first I would say I'm Coach Bree. I'm out of Minnesota, and I'm super excited. I've been knowing Glenn for a minute. We connected. Again, another brother from another mother. We have not met in person either, but our connection is just amazing and dope. We've always been close. We always shared, and it's time to make it happen in reality, right?
Yeah.
My
absolutely.
background is credit and finances. Finances, I'm a coach, I'm a business coach, I'm a personal coach. So we out here making sure people get that personal together, because I tell every single one of my clients, 80% of what you're doing every day ain't getting you to your goal. That 20% you're giving, you gotta change it to that 80. So what are you doing each and every day to make sure that 80% is given? Because you
Mm-hmm.
shouldn't have a free moment in your day. Your free day, your moment should, every single part of your day should be scheduled. You should know what's going on. You should know what's going to happen. You should know the outcome. If you don't, then you ain't doing something right. So I'm
Whoa,
just
Bree.
so I'm so I am here to motivate, to educate, and just like what Jordan said, FICO is changing, y'all. So if you ain't on board, getting with the times, you're gonna be in for a big reality check.
Oh my
So I hope
God.
y'all ready to come with this heat. We gotta stop giving out false information. We got too many people out here, false, what I call them, false credit profits, false credit profits. Y'all over here telling people that they credit score going everything gonna magically disappear, but you can't find a statue in the name of Jesus, okay? So we gotta start giving what's real out here, y'all. We gotta start educating. We gotta start calling people out. So I'm super excited to be in the space with each and every one of you guys. I'm ready to learn as well. You got to remain teachable. You got to remain coachable if you want to win in this world. So I'm excited, y'all. Cannot wait to see everybody in person.
Jesus,
For sure.
Johnny. What's your mind? You've been sitting back quiet for a minute. What you thinking, man? What's going through your mind?
Man, no, it's gonna be phenomenal, man. You know, I'm a true believer that iron sharpens iron, man, and just the expertise, the stories, the experience, and I think the mindset that everybody's bringing to the table and adding value. I think everyone that came up here tonight talked about the value they're looking to add to those that's in the room and the people that's coming into attendance. And I think that's one of the biggest things that stood out to me from the expertise that everyone's bringing to the table. So I think it's gonna be a phenomenal event, man, when you have everybody coming in where you don't have the egos, you don't have the people that's looking at, hey, this is, me and mine that you're hearing pouring into other people, empowering other people to get to the next level. So I think that's the big thing, man, that
Man, and you ain't
you
got to
can't beat
step
it.
on
When you get
nobody's
one or two,
toes,
yeah,
you know?
exactly. You only need one or two people together. When you get two or three together, that's on the same agenda, that's on the same path, the same wavelength, man.
Talk about
You
it.
can move mountains.
You could.
One, you can put it, how many you can put it to flight? Two,
Woo.
hey,
Yeah.
hey, man, when I'm telling you, I believe God is pleased if what we're putting together and what we're coming together. I shared with some people like Bree, right? You back, you were tired, you was running on that elliptical.
Hey, but
um,
I did
She
it.
made it to
I
the
did
car
it.
kind of quick though.
yeah, she made it.
Don't
She
tell
said
nobody Hines my business now.
we I believe God is pleased at what we're doing. I shared with Bree last week. I said, Bree, we are the new faces that the
Yes,
people
sir.
need to see. There, it, the celebrity status and the guru status, the people should have enough of that. I know people that bought courses ain't made a dime.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying? I
Facts.
know people who and they buying courses in softwares with outdated information. You know, and the reason why we can give it a thank you, God. The reason why we can give it away is because we have nothing to gain from the people. I have
Wow.
nothing to take away from you. I don't want to take anything away from you. So if you have a business or a product or service and if you cannot give it away for free, do you really have something of service?
Right.
Or are
Right.
you really passionate about helping people, or is that person just another ticket sale, or is that
Mm.
person just another sign up, or is that person just another dollar? You know, and that's where things are going to change for us as a group. Where, listen, I'm so passionate about this that regardless if I ever sell another book, if I ever sell another product, if I ever flip another house, I have skills that will pay me for the rest of my life with or without clients.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. 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 Mm.
That
Wow.
is a great position to be in, Johnny.
Mm.
That's it. That
Without
is it.
Right.
a customer. That means I have a skill where I can go and lock myself in a room at 4 a.m. in the morning and walk and make somebody's 2 week salary in 20 minutes.
Hmm. Sometimes
That's it,
less.
man.
I can also listen because of the skills that we have. You can also go. Let's say my wife, my construction company, we just did a 200 square roof TPO commercial.
Nice.
It makes what somebody making 5 years.
Insane.
But we don't. But if you knew where I came from,
Mm.
what Lee was talking
That
about,
part.
from $0, I'm talking about, man, trying to figure out where I want to go in life. Is this even worth it? People
Mm.
not doing what they're gonna do. Everybody calling you a scammer. You know what I mean?
Insane.
Everybody saying you just taking their money, but in reality, because if you have a service, half the people don't even do the work you told them
You
to do
know,
anyway.
They don't even do it. They rather
man.
complain.
Speak them facts.
They rather complain.
But they're gonna call you a scammer. I got my boy Jeremy on here. Jeremy sells trade lines. Jeremy uses personal credit cards and will put them on your credit profile to boost your credit. But I'm sure Jeremy has some experiences where folks will say, "Hey, man, it ain't even hit my credit." Jeremy said, "You lie. Show me proof. I promise it. I want my money back." They disputing your charges. But come on, man, we won't do it to Walmart.
Right?
We don't do it to
Facts.
Apple because Apple gonna take that $3.99 every 2 days,
Every two
and you
days.
don't even
Man.
know what you're paying for.
I stopped counting what I paid for. I'm like, wait a minute. Come on, man. I stopped paying for Netflix. How y'all charging me for Netflix, man? What changed? What changed? And it's funny you say
Yep.
that, Glenn, because like people are talking about, oh yeah, you scamming me. You scammed me out of my precious time. Like I didn't have to teach you nothing.
Mm.
What are you saying? Scam? Like the real scammer is you, because you're not taking
Everybody,
advantage of your own life by leveraging this knowledge, but you'd rather just point fingers. Who's
man,
really wasting whose time? Who's scamming who?
yes, sir.
Come on,
You got scammed when you went to school when they promised you this education. You got this diploma and you ain't got no. Come
man.
on
I
now.
ain't even like unpacked
Yeah.
that 2010 graduate from high school, and it's been 14 years. You know what I'm saying? And the other think about like a few hours ago, you spoke on the fact that like yeah, they don't teach you this in school. This is why like it pays to come to hear speakers tell you how they did it, because the fact of the matter is you need a system to help the masses cover the positions to make the society work. And this is why like as entrepreneurs and people who actually went outside of the rat race, even though they came from it at one point, right, they need to remember where they came from so they can resonate with people. Honestly, I hate when people are trying to like market to their audience and talking really like despicably about the 9 to 5. First of all, who's gonna pay for your course? second of all, second of all, how are you gonna resonate with somebody that you're trying to close a sale?
Mm,
Third, you need them to have income in order to invest that. So encourage those people. This is why like a lot of marketers, a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of gurus, right? They will advertise and pay ads day and night. It ain't ever gonna actually transition into sales because you are talking and it's landing on deaf ears.
mm-hmm.
You're literally operating out of dissonance because you're not really having the right pitch. And so now it's like A minor. You know what I'm saying? Like you are not using the right chords. And a little background on myself too. I do play the piano. So that's how me and Glenn also like we resonate.
Nice.
So it's like you got to play in the right rhythm in order to like let a crowd actually listen. You know, one of the best salesmen was actually Jesus. He had no speakerphones. All right. He didn't even look as handsome as me. Honestly, they say he was just about as regular as a guy that you could ever know. But here's what actually stood out though. He wasn't even really screaming, but people was listening to what he had to say. All right. And he was saying things that were never heard before to the point where folks was like, bruh, who is that? Who that young boy out of Nazareth? What good comes out of there? What town you say you from?
Mm.
Right? People are trying to like dictate if they should open their ears to what you gotta say based on where you from,
Mm-hmm.
your background, how many followers you got. Whole time people are paying for followers. People are paying for ads.
Oh God.
People are paying for like funnels, and they're funneling you into a rabbit hole which you can't get out of. Whole time you was trying to get out of your 9 to 5 in order to like see the glamour that is not there, bro. So this is why we decided to make an event like this. We're tired of the fluff.
Yes,
People who've
sir.
been sitting here going through the ups and the downs to finally see the higher highs, right? Understand the higher lows is where you bounce from to actually see the reason why you needed to take a loss so that way you can become a testimony.
Hey,
You
talk
were
trader.
Yep,
tested.
Talk trader.
You see what I'm talking about?
for
And
sure.
so now we need to speak to the people who actually want to do this for real, who want to gradually take the micro doses of getting from point A to point B. Eventually, they're just gonna take a little bit from what we got to offer, a little bit from what we have to share, and they're going to use that into their community or their household or their own personal life to get to where we at. Because honestly, bro,
Facts.
you could bring me back to a job, I'll do it gladly. You know why? Because I know there's a way out. I'm just here to collect the cash. I know how to flip it. Trust me. Because I earned the right to say this because it took me a long time. It took me a
Mm-hmm.
long time to talk like this. A long time to earn my stripes. Because even the general has stripes because they went through stuff. Ain't that right, Johnny?
Oh yeah, hands down. Many years.
Okay. So this is why like even those who are actually not going to be able to make it, the recording alone, the live
Mm-hmm.
the live stream alone is worth listening to. This is just a small speck out of what is going to happen out in Texas, man. I'm excited. It's going to be my first time in
Y'all got
Austin
me
too.
pumped up. Y'all got me pumped up. For
This is
sure, for
going to be
sure. Is
something, man.
Jeremy online?
Jeremy here.
I know
Jay.
he has some workings going on in the background. He may not be
Absolutely,
able to tap
absolutely.
in.
But
I'm.
look,
I'm.
guys, I'm about to actually sign out. I ain't really eat all day. And the only reason why I'm wearing this turtleneck is because I came from the doctor. I'm still healing from the spine neck surgery. But I'm going to tell you right now, the way my voice sounds, I know I'm ready and God is going to speak through me regardless. So thank you guys
Let's
so much.
go. Let's
I'll be
go.
leaving
Love you,
now.
Let's
bro.
Peace, love, and
go.
blessings. And I'll talk to you guys soon.
Yes, sir. Love you, man.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
All
For
right, all
sure,
right.
for sure. It's 9:30 right now. Jeremy tap in, but I'm looking forward to it, bro. Like just been going through, and I'm excited to share with the people when I get there. And yeah, just let me know what I need. You need to do even before the event. What you need, let's make it happen, man. I know everybody else feels the same way, and
Man, let's do
yeah,
it.
can't
Like,
wait.
I can't wait. So, guys, listen. Smart Money Expo.com. Get there, get your ticket. It's absolutely free. And if you want to become a vendor, we have vendor spots open. We're not begging anybody to do anything. We just want to give you the opportunity to get your product or service out there to the people. Reach out to Johnny, whoever you connected to, whatever speaker you connected to, reach out to them so they can get you properly connected so we can get you a table, a booth, whatever you need. Bring your books, bring your coffee, your tea, your weight loss tea, whatever you got, you know, and share it among with the
For
people.
sure.
That's another thing, Johnny. We want to be able to promote the vendor space. You know what I mean? Let them know, hey, we want to get your product out there. Listen, there's a
Okay.
guy, Johnny, I helped him get 100,000 in 7 days, right? $100,000 in 7 days. And I told him, he said he created this hair, what it was, a hair flat iron or whatever, something like that. I mean, beautiful thing, device. And I said, how big do you want to get? Because I start putting them in rooms where people they can get your product in all across the country in all the Walmarts and Targets. He got scared.
Mm,
So this is why this event is here. And it's not just about real estate, credit, whatever. It's whatever. These principles will work, Johnny, for any business
That's
that you want.
facts.
You know, it's all about, like you said, do the work, put something together. But guys, listen, Bree, I love you, sis. Jeremy, bro, I love you. Johnny, appreciate you so much for opening
Yes,
up your
sir.
platform. And man, I know it's 9:30 where y'all at, and like yeah, it's time to go eat or go to
It's
bed.
8:30 where
Yeah.
I'm at.
Well, I appreciate you guys. Man, y'all see y'all in Austin, Texas. I will be there to June the 13th, the day before. So if you see me walking around a hotel, hey, let's chat it up. Let's rock it out. You know, come talk to your boy, and let's make some things happen. So I see you all in the ATX. We're gonna have some fun networking at Top Golf. I mean, a lot of stuff. Shopping. Let's go do it. It's not just get all this information. No, let's go have some fun as well. Okay. So
Most
I
definitely.
see you all in
Thank you
Austin.
so much.
Hey, great.
Appreciate you, Johnny.
Hey, y'all be good, okay, guys?
All
Most
right.
Now you
definitely.
Look,
want to say something. No,
Jeremy coming online now.
Hey, hey, I've been listening, man. I'm working and listening.
got it, bro.
Hey,
For sure, brother. All good, man.
All right,
All
man.
right,
I call
everybody.
have a good night.
Y'all have a blessed night. That is it. I appreciate all the speakers that came through tonight and shared everything that they got going on and what they're doing. Make sure you get your ticket. Smart Money Expo. Get in the room. If you're looking, you're interested, you're trying to learn some different skill sets, you're looking to learn how to level up to accelerate your wealth building journey, then you don't want to miss it. Austin, Texas, June 14th to 15th. We'll see you there. Y'all be blessed, and let's go and let's make some equity happen together, y'all.